Well, you never know who's going to show up late on Sunday night, do you? The end of Western civilization, it was possible it could happen in Miami, or at least the end of the AFC as we know it in the 90s. The biggest game in the 8 years of ESPN's Sunday Night Football was Sunday night. The Buffalo Bills fighting for their playoff lives at 6-6 at 8-4 Miami, who would like to do themselves and the rest of the conference a big favor. Bills, though, playing at their home away from home. Joe Robbie Stadium, where amazingly, lifetime 7-1 on Miami turf. Second quarter, the Bills lead 7-0, but Dan Marino can sense it. Let's get rid of these guys once and for all. To Irving Fryer, 3 yards, 17-7 at the half, Miami. But with their backs to the wall, watch this, doink, doink, B. Kelly. Don Beebe, 72 yards. The ball bouncing Buffalo's way at 17-14 Miami. Now, you think you've seen it all with the bounces? Pay attention. Marino. Good defense by Mickey Washington. Boom! Matt Darby, the dinosaur, makes the interception. That sets up Kelly Reed, 21 yards, 21-17, the Bills. Then, end around. Andre Reed dribbling it like a basketball player. His first pass he's ever thrown in the NFL. Billy Brooks, open, 32 yards, sets up a Gardner 1-yard TD. Another touchdown makes it 35-23, and then the proverbial icing on the cake. All-out blitz, Kelly Reed, see ya! His longest touchdown pass since the 80s, 83 yards, 42-31. The Buffalo Bills with a 35-point second half for Marv Levy and Brian Cox. Well, he's seen it before. Who wants to beat Buffalo more than Cox and Marino? But again, it's the Bills in a big game in Miami, and they win it 42-31 to up their mark to 7-6, just one game back now of Miami in the AFC East, despite 311 yards passing for Marino. Kelly had 299, and so the Bills, you just can't get rid of them. Let's go down to the field and join our Mark Malone. Mark?
Jim, the first question I have to ask you, you come out in the second half, you scored 35 points. In fact, the only time you didn't score is when you knelt on the ground. What was said in the locker room at halftime?
Well, not much, except everybody has to take care of their own responsibilities. And I think that, when you get out there as an offensive unit, you can't make mistakes. You can't have turnovers. And one thing I said to myself, I'm going to go out there and take what they give me. I'm not going to try to make the big play when when it's not there. So I think the main thing is everybody took care of their business, and we were able to come out with a big win.
A lot was made about a conversation you had with Andre Reed a few weeks back on Monday night. You didn't get him the football much in the first half, but you came out and you saw him a lot in the second half. Were you guys able to get together at halftime and figure something out?
No, we just stayed with our same game plan. I know that when Andre's one-on-one, I know he's a top receiver. He's one of the best in the league. And when you get a guy like that one-on-one, he's going to come up with a big play. And the key to the whole game was time to throw the football, because when you get guys up front and give me the time, you get a guy like Andre Reed and Don Beebe can get open. You never know what's going to happen.
You talked a lot about your offensive line, the injuries. You said they were all tough guys. They came through. You had to throw the football. You had time to do that.
Yeah, we had two guys that stepped in, Jerry Ostrowski and Mike Devlin, that came in and played big. I mean, this is the first game they've ever really played this much, and my hat goes off to them. They got 2 game balls to the youngsters, and I'm glad that we got some continuity in the front line. Hopefully it'll carry on next week.
Now, the pattern has been that you guys win the must-win games, the big games, and then you have a letdown. You got Minnesota next week. How do you worry about staying up? How do you do that?
We don't have to worry about that. I mean, we knew starting today that the playoffs was here at Joe Robbie Stadium, and we knew that if we have any chance of going to the playoffs, we have to win our remaining 4. We knew it wasn't going to be an easy task, but we came down, everybody stayed focused, and we made the big plays when we had to.
All right, Jim, congratulations on the win. Jim Kelly, 4 touchdowns today, 299 yards. Boomer, this is your guy. We'll send it back to you.